Rafael Nadal is widely regarded as the greatest clay court player of all time. He has won a record 13 French Open titles, more than any other player in history. But what makes him so dominant on the red dirt? How has his unique style and technique helped him achieve such unprecedented success? One of the key aspects of Nadal's game is his forehand. He uses a lasso-like motion to generate heavy topspin on his shots, which makes them bounce high and fast on clay. This puts his opponents under pressure and forces them to hit the ball above their shoulder level, which is uncomfortable and difficult. Nadal can then dictate the rallies with his forehand, moving his opponents from side to side and creating angles to open up the court. Another important element of Nadal's game is his movement. He is one of the fastest and most agile players on tour, and he uses his speed and footwork to cover the court exceptionally well. He slides smoothly on clay, which allows him to reach balls that would be winners against most players. He also anticipates his opponent's shots and positions himself accordingly, which gives him more time to prepare his strokes. Nadal is also an aggressive counterpuncher, who can switch from defense to offense in an instant. He can turn a defensive lob into an offensive smash, or a defensive slice into an offensive drop shot. He can also hit winners from anywhere on the court, especially with his forehand down the line, which is one of his signature shots. Nadal's style and technique are perfectly suited for clay, because clay slows down the ball and gives him more time to set up his shots. Clay also enhances the effect of his topspin, making his shots more difficult to handle for his opponents. Clay also suits his physical and mental attributes, such as his stamina, endurance, and resilience. He can play long and grueling matches on clay without losing his intensity or focus. All these factors combine to make Rafael Nadal one of the greatest clay court players of all time. His style and technique have given him an edge over his rivals on this surface, and have helped him achieve legendary status in tennis history. Rafael Nadal is one of the greatest tennis players of all time. He has won 21 Grand Slam titles, more than any other male player in history. He has also won the Olympic gold medal twice, and led Spain to 6 Davis Cup victories. But his achievements are not only impressive because of their quantity, but also because of their quality. Nadal has faced many injuries and challenges throughout his career, but he has always overcome them with passion and resilience. Nadal's passion for tennis started when he was a young boy in Mallorca, Spain. He learned the game from his uncle Tony, who was his coach until Nadal developed a unique style of play, based on his powerful forehand, his speed and agility, and his ability to adapt to different surfaces. He also developed a fierce competitive spirit, and a never-give-up attitude that would serve him well in the future. Nadal's first major challenge came in 2004, when he suffered a stress fracture in his left ankle that forced him to miss most of the season. He was only 18 years old, and had just reached the third round of Wimbledon for the first time. Many doubted if he would ever recover from such a serious injury, but Nadal proved them wrong. He came back stronger than ever in 2005, winning his first French Open title, and becoming the youngest player to enter the top 10 in the ATP rankings. Nadal's dominance on clay continued in the following years, as he won 4 more French Open titles in a row, and also reached the Wimbledon final 3 times, winning it twice. He also became the world number 1 for the first time in 2008, and completed the career Grand Slam by winning the Australian Open, and he seemed unstoppable, but another challenge was waiting for him. In 2010, Nadal suffered from tendinitis in both knees, which affected his performance and confidence. He lost in the quarterfinals of the French Open, ending his record streak of 31 consecutive wins at Roland Garros. He also lost in the quarterfinals of Wimbledon and the US Open, and dropped to number 2 in the rankings. Many wondered if Nadal had reached his peak, but once again, he proved them wrong. He bounced back in 2011, winning his 6th French Open title, and reaching the final of all 4 Grand Slams. He also won his 2nd Davis Cup with Spain, and reclaimed the number 1 spot at the end of the year. Nadal's resilience was tested again in 2012 and 2013, when he suffered from a chronic knee injury that sidelined him for 7 months. He missed the London Olympics, the US Open, and the Australian Open, and fell to number 5 in the rankings. Many feared that Nadal would never be able to play at his best level again, but once again, he proved them wrong. He made an astonishing comeback in 2013, winning 10 titles out of 14 tournaments he played, including his 8th French Open title and his 2nd US Open title. He also regained the number 1 ranking for the 3rd time in his career. Nadal's passion and resilience have helped him overcome many other injuries and challenges since then. He has won 6 more Grand Slam titles, including 4 more French Open titles that made him surpass Roger Federer as the most successful male player in Grand Slam history. He has also won 2 more Olympic medals, 1 gold and 1 silver, and 2 more Davis Cup titles with Spain. He has also faced tough rivals like Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray, who have pushed him to improve his game and evolve as a player. Nadal is not only a legend of tennis, but also an inspiration for millions of people around the world. His passion and resilience have shown that nothing is impossible if you work hard and believe in yourself. He has shown that you can overcome any obstacle with courage and determination. He has shown that you can achieve your dreams with humility and gratitude. He has shown that you can be a champion with respect and sportsmanship. Rafael Nadal is not only on the edge of tennis history, but also on the edge of greatness. Rafael Nadal is not only one of the greatest tennis players of all time, but also one of the most respected and admired athletes in the world. His sportsmanship and humility have earned him the praise and affection of fans and peers alike, who recognize his true inner humility and his tenacity on and off the court. Nadal has always shown respect for his opponents, his fans, and the game itself. He never gives up, even when facing adversity or injury, and he always tries to improve and learn from his mistakes. He is gracious in victory and defeat, and he acknowledges the efforts and achievements of others. He has been selected by fellow players as the winner of the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award for the 4th straight year in 2021, a testament to his fair play, professionalism and integrity. Nadal's humility is not false or exaggerated, but genuine and sincere. He does not boast or brag about his accomplishments, but rather focuses on his passion and dedication for tennis. He does not take anything for granted, but rather appreciates every opportunity and challenge he faces. He does not act superior or arrogant, but rather humble and grateful. He once said at a press conference,